Hey, my name is Simon. I am a nomad who's been traveling for quite a while now. And a long time ago, I made a nomad's guide to gaming. It's got all kinds of video games on here. And to play those video games, my buddy Mark hooked me up with his Xbox One S Bluetooth controller. It works with the tablet. I can play all kinds of racing games, Space Invader games, just all kinds of stuff, plus emulators from like my N64 and all those old school games. It's a lot of fun. This controller also works with my phone and my laptop because it's Bluetooth. One of the cool things I got for my phone that goes well with this controller, Samsung Gear VR. Now, before I was a nomad, I had a gaming PC and I loved gaming. And so now that I've done motorcycles and backpacking and van life and now boat life, I thought I'd introduce you to my new friend, the Steam Deck. And I'm going to tell you why this is the best gaming setup for any nomad. But first, let's go to Taipei. Do you know Gabriola has a public transit bus? Okay, never mind. I take it back. Bus doesn't run on Sundays. It's not on the schedule, but I guess it just doesn't run. Weather sucks. All right, I'm catching my second ferry here, but I got a little bit of a wait. This is the high-speed ferry, the Hulo, to get to the city. Let's talk about power consumption for gaming. If you want to play video games, it's going to take some electricity. And on the high end of things, you got gaming computers, 450 watts on average, and they can burn up to like 800, 1,000 watts. It's a lot of juice. That is basically a lead-acid battery for every hour of gaming you want to do, which is crazy. Oh, but I want to play Xbox. I have a gaming laptop. I have a PlayStation. No, you're not out of the woods yet, man. 150 watts, those things burn, and then you got to get a monitor for them, right? Well, not the laptop, but for the Xbox, for the PlayStation, you need a monitor, a TV. Actually, the PlayStation burns more than the Xbox, surprisingly, but you're sitting at roughly 200 watts to run those. So what's that, 2.5 hours per lead acid deep cycle? I don't know how many deep cycles you want to carry. Welcome to Vancouver. Now, when it comes to portable devices, we're starting to really get down to some pretty power efficient stuff. I think the Asus unit is 30 watts. I know the Steam Deck is 15 watts, and the Switch is only 7. And your iPhone, it's like 5, less than 5. It's amazing. Okay, welcome to YVR Airport. Let's talk a little bit about portability because, it's kind of important if you're a nomad. Now you might be thinking, but Simon, I have a sweet van and I can put my Xbox in it and everything's fantastic. And yeah, you can, but I'm getting on an airplane and flying for 10 hours and then getting on another airplane and flying for 4 hours, and I'm going to get to play the same games you get to play the whole time. That's why I love it. Now, of course, if you're into just classic and retro games and lower spec games, there's lots of options for you on the portability world. Emulators on your phone, super fun. Did it for years. But the fact that I can bring AAA titles with me, love it. All right, snack time. So yeah, you can play emulators on this, you can play AAA titles, you can do a lot of stuff, and depending on what you're playing, the battery actually lasts a pretty long time. Now, this just charges off a USB-C outlet, but you do need a pretty powerful one, so I bring a nice brick with me. So, a USB-A to USB-C probably isn't going to keep up with it, just so you know. But yeah, I've played all my way through all of Firewatch today, and I'm finishing off Cyberpunk 2077 for the third time. And yeah, then I'll pick up probably Portal 2 because I still haven't beat Portal 2, so I'd like to do that. So it's been a nice gaming session for me today. But honestly, I've crossed the date line, I have an 8-hour layover here in Narita, 10-hour flight, then another 4-hour flight. Then I land in Taipei at like midnight with nowhere to go. So pray for me. I'll be goofing off and playing video games a good chunk of it, or sleeping. Hopefully sleeping. It's cold. All right, finally made it to Taipei. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now on Wednesday. I left on Sunday. Yay! Took a minute to get here, and I still have to go catch a high-speed rail. Alright, I actually found a hostel to spend 3 hours in bed and get a hot shower. I feel amazing. I got a Family Mart egg salad sandwich. I know it's not the one from Japan, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's so sweet. Alright, since I'm getting closer to my destination, I figure I should probably wrap this thing up. Truth is, I was looking for a retro box a while ago. I was looking for a retro box, and I just wanted, because like last time when I had the van, I hauled around an N64 everywhere with me and had a stupid little screen, and I managed to play like 4-way Super Smash Bros. On a beach in Texas. It was amazing, but like I wanted that, but for the boat. And that's when I discovered the Steam Deck. It was like within a margin of error. It was a couple $100 more to get that Steam Deck. It was like the same price as a regular console, basically. But it was portable and open source. I could put emulators all over it. It could be my retro box, but it could also be a AAA, and it was also hella portable. And that's what won me over, man. Just like the electrical here is winning me over. I'm in love with this country already. I just got here. Okay, this is gonna be cool. Mike comes here every winter, and this year I get to go see him. So, Mike, the guy who's hanging out in my shop all the time, who's in my videos, who helps me build scooters. He's in the scooter capital of the world. So we're gonna go say hi. Whoa. It's weird seeing you here. It's so weird.
You had to come halfway around the planet
Yeah.
to see me, man.
Well, let's hang out.
Is that the dome that you wanted to see?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
This is all new in the last 5 years.
It's impressive.
The funny old train station I'll show you at the front is what used to be here.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty trippy. I mean, these people, they're so funny.
This is the old station?
And this is what was in use when I got here, right?
Wild.
Easy to access, right? You get on the high-speed rail. So that's the biggest building in the city. Way down there.
we got a hotel because there's two of us. Check out how small our little beds are. It's so funny. This room is tiny, but it's like luxurious, small and luxurious. See, I would take this over a shitty large room any day. This is kind of nice. And then, you know, there's no windows in this one, but look, they gave us that tiny little thing. And it stares directly into the next door building. Anyway.
How much was your room?
I should check, but I'm pretty sure it was under $100 for this hotel room, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think it was like $65 or something like that.
Yeah, 1,000 or 500 or something usually.
Something like that. Anyway, it's in the, you know, it was just slightly more than a capsule hotel or a hostel, and that's amazing. And I wish that was the case in my country. There's a lot of things I'm experiencing so far that I wish were in my country, but here we go. This episode, gaming as a nomad. You know, you do you. Whatever it is you want to do, do it. But keep in mind, power is the main thing. If you can't run it, you're not going to use it. And since a lot of off-grid stuff relies on solar, then, you know, you're stuck with what you're stuck with. And a device like this that takes up 15 watts, that's nice to have. So yeah, portability, power, performance, open source, which doesn't start with a P. But also, this is my favorite bit, pause. Press that, and I'm right back in the game where I was. Press it again, into pause. It always works, it's always seamless. Whenever I did that with a laptop or anything else, I always had problems. Steam Deck, for some reason, does it so much better. So very impressed with that. And yeah, you don't have to get one. It's fine. You don't have to really play video games at all. But I thought I'd give you guys my input on my favorite little device. It's been great. It's been a good year with this thing. I've really enjoyed it. And I thought you guys should know about it too. But yeah, if you've got a gaming setup and you're a nomad, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it because some pretty wild setups out there. A little bit more complicated than my stupid little gaming pad. All right, guys, see you next week. Cheers.